This video will stand as a sort of recap on a project that I've been working on for university, which is to utilize a platform known as Discord as an educational remote learning tool during this pandemic that has caused tertiary educational institutions to offer remote learning instead of face-to-face campus learning, or in other terms, online learning versus on-ground learning. The project was pretty natural for me to pick up. As a university student, I was forced to start remote learning for various classes, and being an avid Discord user on a daily basis, I thought that it would be a perfect opportunity to showcase its use in an educational context. To keep this project somewhat academically grounded, I had to look at some sources for the different classes that I was utilizing this project for, sources that are scholarly in nature, and they all talked about the benefits of online learning as well as the challenges it presents, because essentially you have to change an entire syllabus, especially if the course was originally designed to be delivered on ground, as one of the sources would dictate. Now, when I say change the entire syllabus, of course that's not the case for every single degree or faculty. Coming from a media and communications degree, the majority of our subjects were actually highly adaptable, and that posed very well for my project because some of these subjects actually utilized my Discord server heavily for the remainder of the first half of the year of teaching. A little info on the Discord server itself. As an executive of a digital media society, I created a Discord server last year for the society, and when remote learning was put in place, I offered it as a project and a place for my society and the degree that I'm affiliated with to utilize it in any way they wanted. Luckily, two of my subjects utilized it heavily, with a couple of other subjects popping in and out throughout the start of the session. Those subjects then went on to use other Discord servers that they created or other online platforms, and this is great because it shows that it does work. Going back to the sources that I mentioned previously, one of the sources discussed a seminar that happened a few years ago that brought a bunch of online educators together to discuss the best teaching methods when it comes to online learning. The main takeaway that there was an emphasis on collaboration in learning, collaboration between students and collaboration between students and the teachers. This referencing back to the start of the video when I discussed the student-teacher collaboration that online learning encourages, almost naturally, and Discord being not just a perfect facilitator of that, but encouraging it even further. So utilizing a heavily categorizable platform like Discord in an online learning environment might even offer students that suffer from different levels of social anxiety enough anonymity to encourage social interaction within Discord server rooms or channels or whatever you want to call them. Even with an option of typing instead of actively talking, and in an age of hyper-awareness of mental health issues, this could definitely be seen as a benefit or a pathway to overcoming such issues. I asked one focus group to discuss the idea of Discord as an online learning tool, and they decided to give it 3 headings. It is a perfect platform for collaboration, conversation, and aggregation. Comparing this with Twitter, they discussed Twitter as a perfect platform for searching for specific types of content under hashtags. It is also a great platform, they said, for networking for the same reasons. I now want to quickly touch on some issues or limitations that Discord might have and some solutions around it. The main takeaway that I had, especially coming from a degree that utilized Discord and other online platforms for online learning, was that some teachers were being forced to utilize a platform that they're unfamiliar with. For example, some teachers just work better through traditional on-ground teaching methods, and they have been known to struggle with this pandemic forcing remote learning methods to be put in place. This is even true in a digital media and communications degree that I'm coming from. To go on to some of the solutions that I mentioned, the idea of collaboration can be put hand in hand with the idea of combination. Why does Discord have to be the only platform used? I went into this degree looking at Discord as the only solution, and that was wrong because I started to look at other platforms not as benefits but as less than. However, we have been using Twitter in my degree since I started, and using Discord along with it has only been a benefit. So the idea of Discord being used along with other platforms like Zoom or WebEx or text-based platforms like Twitter or Facebook can actually have a benefit when you have not just one place to go, but multiple places to go that can be put under one heading. That heading being a subject, degree, or educational institution. The same platform that used the term on-ground learning shows evidence of utilizing Facebook as a learning tool, with its emphasis on networking and social interaction, as well as utilizing its page tool to set up pages for specific subject content. An entire year of science-based classes were successfully completed to a higher degree than previous years where it was solely taught on ground. Comparing this with Discord and its limitless categorization and emphasis on bringing students and teachers together for a never-ending open discussion of subject content or degree-wide content, you can see how utilizing platforms, not just one platform, can really encourage higher levels of collaboration, even to those students that might suffer from social anxiety that would otherwise deter them if the subject was only taught on ground. Along with constant access to teachers or faculty members or subject coordinators or whatever you label your teachers as, this creates an open atmosphere from subject start date to end date. So utilizing platforms like Discord can only benefit students of all levels of engagement and offer instantaneous feedback, never-ending feedback for those teachers that are trying to engage with their students as much as possible. And that brings us to the end of my little roundup of my project. I will have a link to the Reddit thread that this will be posted on down below. Use the comment section down below as well as the Reddit thread to provide any feedback that you have. I'd like to have an open discussion on your thoughts of utilizing online platforms like Discord for online teaching. I think it's a discussion that is going to be highly active now that the pandemic is forcing many educational institutions to go online or at least offer online learning, and hopefully we can come to some conclusions that can only benefit the educational industry. So thank you very much for watching.